Hi everybody, it's FIBO Group and you are watching to the Market Watch review. Although it might not seem that way immediately after the FOMC conclusion ended, risk appetites continue to rise. Asian Pacific shares were mixed, but Europe's Stoxx 600 was down nearly 2% to regain yesterday's gains. The US futures are down by 2 to 3%. The dollar is generally higher. The strongest currency is the Swiss franc. This is due to the SNB unexpected decision to raise rates by 50 basis points. It is followed closely by the Japanese yen. Gold is currently consolidating at $1,830, while July WTI trades near two-week lows of $115. It reached a peak of $123.70 a few days ago. Asian Pacific market. Japan's May trade deficit rose to 2.38 trillion Japanese yen in May, its largest increase since 2014. Separately, tomorrow's banks meeting in Japan will be concluded. It is expected that it will stand pat. The dollar trades heavily against the Japanese currency despite U.S. Treasury yields being stronger. After falling from 135.60 yesterday, it has fallen to JPY 133.10 today. The May Australia employment report was stronger than expected. It reinforced the expectation that the central banks will raise its benchmark rate by at least 50 basis points when they meet early next month. Yesterday's gains saw the Australian dollar reach $0.7035. However, the risk-off mood dampened the enthusiasm, and it fell back to $0.6950. Market of Europe. The UK reported its second consecutive month of GDP contraction just a few days ago. There is a 40% chance the Bank of England will make a move of 50 basis points, after having hiked 25 basis points 3 times this year. The SNB announced its decision to raise rates for the first time in 15 years. It also raised its inflation forecast and dropped any reference to the exchange rate. The euro fell from CHF 1.04 to trade briefly below 1.02 for 2 months, a low of around CHF 1.04. Today's euro trades within yesterday's range in relation to the dollar. Consolidation is possible, but it's not the best thing that one can hope for. Market of America. Federal Reserve raised the target rate by 75 basis points and warned businesses and investors to expect a bumpy landing. The median forecast predicts slower growth, higher inflation, and more unemployment. Tomorrow we'll see May industrial production figures. Powell also makes remarks at a conference about the US dollar. Yesterday's price action offered some hope, but the recovery in the Canadian currency has now stalled. The Canadian dollar is now under pressure due to a decrease in risk appetites. That's all for me. Closely monitor the news background and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.